are genuine like Crystal Lee, and you have those who are only in search of power at all costs. You be the judge, because at the end of the day, you are the electorate, and you will decide.
Hello, I'm Dudley Thompson, and welcome to our news and sports update. Welcome back now for the news in detail. On the campaign trail, Darren Vaz is warning some Jamaicans to be wary of some power-hungry politicians.
I was in all the short constituency this evening. He has been member of parliament for 30 years, March God, 7 elections. He lost his first election in Northeast Manchester, but he never run away. He stayed with the people. He worked with the people. The people understood they made a mistake. And they voted him 7 times since then. That's the difference between a genuine politician and an opportunist who is looking to use the people for power to ingratiate themselves. Labor rights, let me tell you something. I heard Action and said earlier, this election, local government general, whenever it is the most important election in recent history. You know why? Because if we ever make the mistake and allow Mark Golding and the PNP to get back in power, they will undo everything that we have done in 2 years flat, and remember back and undo everything that Nigel Clark has done. Everything that Andrew Holmes' leadership and his ministers have done. I say to you tonight, don't listen to the propaganda. Judge for yourself, reason for yourself, discuss with your friends, your family, your colleagues, and look at where Jamaica is coming from and where we are. I close by saying to you that I have the responsibility for transport. I am aware of what is happening, and I can assure you that your transportation facilities are going to be upgraded, and your transport modalities in terms of the vehicles, the youngsters that are getting up at 3 o'clock because they have to find transport to get to school. Give me the opportunity, and with the help of Minister Clark, we are going to work on improving the bus system, getting more buses in the system, and getting order in the transport sector. That is my commitment to you tonight. And I want to say to you, remember what I said. You have politicians who are genuine like Crystal Lee, and you have those who are only in search of power at all costs. You be the judge, because at the end of the day, you are the electorate, and you will decide the future of this country.
That was Darren Vaz speaking recently on the campaign trail. Still on the campaign trail, PNP's Mark Golding was speaking in St. Ann recently, and he said that Jamaicans need a leader that they can trust.
We don't intend to keep. And when we see the way the Jamaican Labour Party government is operating, where they cannot tell the people who are the 6 MPs that are under investigation for corruption. Jamaicans don't want to live in this strange land this government has created. We want a Jamaica where people can trust their leaders, where people lead with integrity, where the leaders lead with integrity and use the resources of the people only for the people. We heard Nelson Martin say this song about listening to scandals, scandal after scandal after scandal in the last 7 years. There is no way to trust this government, and half of the scandals have never come out to light, at least not yet. At least not yet. We see them trying to dismantle the Integrity Commission. And they must look into themselves and make sure that they operate in a fair manner in how they deal with everybody. But at the same time, they are starting to have an impact, and we're seeing the effects of it. And the GLP's response is to try to dismantle it, to try to hide the reports from the public. And we know we can't trust them. So comrades, this is a time to be very serious. We know we get, and they're going to come at us, and they're going to come at you, and they're going to come at the voting public of Jamaica with a whole bag of things to distract you and to try and persuade you to do the wrong thing. But I say to you, we don't want to live in a strange land any longer. Put your eggs beside the head.
That was the PNP's Mark Golding. The Minister of Finance, Dr. Nigel Clark, announced recently that there will be a decrease in bus fares for persons who use the JUTC buses. And guess what? Some Jamaicans in diaspora are saying that it could be an election ploy. Here, Dr. Clark making the announcement recently in Parliament.
Effective January 1st, 2024, the reduction in the regular fare from $100 to $70, and a reduction in the fare for children from $30 to $25, and for pensioners from $40 to $30. April 1st of 2024, a further reduction in the regular fare from $70 to $50, and in the fare for children from $25 to $20.
That was Dr. Nigel Clark. And guess what? The PNP is saying that such a decrease will not be effective.
The capacity of the JUTC right now is about 40% of what it should be. And because it is 40% of what it should be, the majority of the traveling public is forced to take the private passenger vehicles. So while every JUTC customer will welcome this, the reality is that many wait 2-3 hours for a bus on a daily basis, and because they have to get to work or school, they are forced to take a private passenger vehicle.
As you're seeing here, reduced bus fare for the state-owned JUTC buses. The regular fare is currently at 100 Jamaican dollars. Come January 1st, New Year's Day, it's $70. And by April 1st, All Fools Day, it will be $50. Children, currently at $30. Come January 1st, it will be $25. And come April 1st, be $20. And the pensioners, currently it's $40. Come January 1st, it's going to be $30. And come April 1st, it's $25. So that's the temporary reduction in JUTC fares effective New Year's Day. That's how we conclude today's news update. Stand by for Sports Spectrum. Don't touch that dial.
WDT Media TV will be right back.
And welcome back now to the feature we call Sports Spectrum here on WDT Media TV. As you're aware by now that Jamaica beat Canada 3-2 to qualify for the Nations League semi-finals. We have all the goals. Alphonso Davies put Canada in front in the 25th minute of play. They're goal by Alphonso Davies. Shamar Nicholson equalized for Jamaica. Again on the score sheet for Jamaica, Ismail Kono scored for Canada. Bobby Reid from a 10-yard penalty spot with a clincher for the Reggae Boys. Alphonso Davies opening for Canada, 25th minute of play. And that was how Jamaica beat Canada by 3-2 in their quarterfinal matchup. And will play USA in the semi-finals. So the first loss for Canada in 29 games. And Jamaica's first win over Canada on Canadian soil. Congrats to the Reggae Boys. Mona High School is in their first Manning Cup final. They did so when they beat St. George's College 2-1 in their semi-final matchup. Here's Craig Butler, who spoke after the win.
Remember, Bona has a lot of children with disabilities, and to see the smiles and the passion on their face when they were cheering for us this morning, I had a little pressure because I knew we couldn't come out here and fail them. We want them to be proud, be happy, and the boys went out there and delivered for the teammates and the schoolmates, and for the principal and all the teachers at the school.
On track and field, and the big talking point recently was around Elaine Thompson-Herah when she and her coach parted ways over compensation. And her husband, Darren Herah, revealed that the asking price to coach Elaine Thompson-Herah was 100 million Jamaican dollars per annum. And we did some digging and try to get a sense of what's the going rate to coach for a pro coach to coach pro athlete. When you hear Darren Herah talking about that figure, and also we did some checking and get a sense to give you the going rate to coach in the pro sport. Here is Darren Herah, and look at the rates.
Reach an agreement where, because I had presented an offer with a lot of bonuses, with high bonuses. There was a base, but the bonuses were high. Since Elaine already had a contract in existence, and she had nothing to do with Elaine getting this contract. So it is now her work that she would be basically compensated for. So whatever Elaine did in this upcoming season, she would be getting 15% of everything from that, plus her base. They thought maybe the base was, because I gave her a higher base than bonuses than normal on this deal that I gave. So this mediator or manager or agent, whichever way you want to put it, we talked this the Saturday, and he said, okay then, maybe the bonuses were too high, so would you be okay to take down the bonuses a bit and bring up the base? I said, no problem, just come up with something that you guys are comfortable with. The following morning, which was a Sunday morning, he sent me a figure by text. But he sent me a proposal by text. So the figure on the proposal, I thought it was a mistake. I thought that it was, like maybe you write a figure and you write an additional zero, extra zero on it. That's what I thought. So I sent the figure back with a question sign and asked if this is what the figure is. He said yes, he knew what he sent. So I asked him to rework the maths on that. Figure is, I can tell that it's over 100 million Jamaican dollars, pretty much. Put it that way.
And that's how we come to the end of today's news and sports feature. Hope you enjoyed today's program. Have yourselves a wonderful day. And again, please like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, thanks for watching.